Hey guys, welcome back to another episode on the breakup diet. Today, I think we should talk about when you feel something's wrong. So like your gut, because there will be signs and whether you take them or not is a different story, but like your body will tell you. And when you leave the relationship, you're like, oh my God.
Let's switch it up.
We've been holding back way too much. Welcome to the breakup diet. Have you had that?
Oh my God, I think I've only gotten prettier after each breakups. Each relationship drains me of my beauty and of my energy. After that, I'm like, oh my God, like my TMI, my bowels are working again. I don't have stress hives anymore. And
yeah.
the list goes ages and ages. But the thing is, these kind of gut feelings were always so dismissive of it.
Yeah, people don't like to think about it. They're like, oh no, it's because I ate pasta this day, or oh no, it's because I laid in the sun and have this rash. Like there's always like an excuse for it, I feel, and a lot of the time you don't link it back to your nervous system being in overdrive.
100%. And I promise you, your nervous system will give you signs in more ways than one. Like my health, each time I was in a relationship, like UTIs, constipation, bloating, frazzled hair, patchy skin.
I've heard the UTI one before. I've never had that, but like I've heard that.
It's because he didn't wash his dick.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Wash yourself. Hygiene, mister. Like hygiene. Now, if I had a friend that said that to me, I would say something. It's just that your bodies obviously don't.
It's not rejecting. I mean, it's your body's basically rejecting the other person.
Yeah, that's wild, that one.
Take that seriously, girl.
I feel like with all signs though, you can't just take one. You have to it has to be consistently, I think.
Oh, 100%.
Like you can't be like having a headache when you're seeing your boyfriend and being like, that's because we're not meant to be together. Like you can't.
But if there's a pattern, look into it.
Yeah. A very common one is like when your stomach hurts, like you get stomach pain whenever you go up and see them, or you notice that, like, for example, you can't go to the bathroom or something like that. Like that, one of those is that's a very common one, I feel.
Yeah, that is like an obvious sign that your body is in like high stress. It's manifesting it in really different weird ways.
Yeah. One of the ones that I like now look back on, what I had is I was in constant like fight or flight, I felt like, but I didn't know why. Like I was constantly overwhelmed, like with everything on a day-to-day basis.
So true. I remember this now.
Yeah, like I wasn't in a relationship where it was like bad. I'm not going to say that it was like he didn't do anything or say anything necessarily bad, but like because my nervous system was obviously so like trying to tell me something and in so much overdrive, I was so anxious like all the time, like to the point of like I was just so overwhelmed by like day-to-day things. Like if I knew I had to film an episode and like this sounds so stupid now, and make time to go for the gym and take the dog for a walk, like because I knew that I had all these plans set in and then maybe go for drinks with my friend or something, I would like actually freak out and end up just not leaving the house.
Oh my God, I remember this all too well. I forgot, like, you haven't had this in ages, and I wonder why.
No, but like now, looking back, like I'm like, okay, that obviously was my body like
telling you
me
something. Yeah.
And like my whole demeanor was different.
Oh, 100%.
And it's not, and this isn't like shade or anything. It's just like my actual internal, I was obviously like internally trying to tell me something.
You were processing the relationship in a very different way, and your bodies were just sending you signs.
Yeah, but it's crazy also now because now I'm obviously not in a relationship or anything. Like I've had people say to me like, it's so crazy that you're sad or that you were sad because when I saw you after you were glowing. And that's no shade towards the person. It's just more that like, obviously it wasn't working and it had run its course. And then the moment that I like accepted it, my body was like, you would think it would be the opposite because obviously you feel like shit and you're sad and you're crying and you're la la la, that you would think that it would be the opposite. I've had it like 4 times that like different people have said it to me without me saying anything, which is crazy because when we first started dating, and like I had it the other way. Like when we first started dating, they're like, "Oh my God, you're glowing! Like you look so happy." I was like, "I am."
Yeah,
I was.
Yeah.
And it's just funny how you kind of get that when you first start a relationship, and then if it's not working for whatever reason, and it's time to stop, you get it at the end.
Dips and then it comes back again after the breakup. It's really interesting how that happens.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you think like your glow and your spark is so bright at the start of the relationship. It is 10 times better after.
Yeah.
It's crazy how your body manages relationships and stuff externally.
Yeah, and I was looking on TikTok about signs, because obviously we're doing research into different things of like what people can relate to. People's hair is a big one.
Oh yeah, my hair loss was at its worst when I was in relationships. Like chunks would fall out.
Not that I don't think my hair's grown anymore, but like I've had people be like, your hair looks really good. I'm like, yes, glossy.
Yeah.
From the inner glow.
Yes. Yes. It is crazy. Like when you're with the person that's not compatible or right for you, your body will tell you signs, and it really is up to you to recognize them and do something about it.
Hang on, let's stop this for a sec.
Subscribe and follow The Breakup Diet. You don't want to miss another episode. Okay, how do you know what is actually like a sign and what's something that maybe you're insecure about? You know, because like I feel like that could be confusing for people. Like sometimes you're like, oh, my stomach really hurts, but like I'm insecure about, you know what I mean? Like not you projecting your own insecurities and taking that as a sign. How do you like make sure that it's not?
That's a really complex one, I can't lie. I feel like my insecurities in relationships would stem because of the partner. They would say something really mean and that would just brew, and I guess my body would react eventually.
This might be like a bit like touchy, but say they said something about, I don't know, your hair, okay? And you like you obviously have very nice hair and everything, but say you were insecure about your hair. How do you not know that like you losing hair after was because of a sign, and say your sign was that you were losing hair and your hair wasn't looking good and all this?
Maybe what he said like put my body into so much stress and overdrive that I reacted that way.
Okay, fair.
It's very it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard to know whether you have to be very honest, I feel like.
I think so too.
You have to also, with signs and like your body reacting in a specific way, like you have to also be realistic about it and be like, okay, that might have just been the flu. I also was so sick all the time. How many times did I get sick?
Yeah, they mess up your immune system if they're not right for you.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like there are signs now looking back that you can like align with, but when you're in it, it's actually really hard to.
It's so hard to put two and two together, because with like my divorce, I had the worst like stress rash. I've never seen a stress rash before in my life. I didn't even know what it was. It would just like come out of nowhere, even though I'd be like, oh, I'm actually having a really good day. It's hard because like mentally you may be thinking one thing. Physically, your body's telling you a completely different story.
Yeah.
I've talked about it with my therapist, and then she's basically saying that maybe you haven't really like dug deep enough into what you're going through. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, let's go through all this issue one more time.
Wind it back.
Genuinely, like, let's revisit it. Okay, there's a new layer of uncovered. Okay, hopefully I won't react like this anymore.
Have you ever had a stress rash since? Like not
yes.
related. Yeah.
Yes, but I think it was because I was moving flats.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
That is also a very stressful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, also your body, like, people have different reactions to stress, obviously, too. Like, I don't get necessarily rashes, I don't think. Mine's more, I just get very, very overwhelmed in, like, mundane things.
I think that's the thing about gut feelings. They're very unique to you. And the reason why sometimes we can be so dismissive about our gut feelings is because we're like, oh, but it hasn't happened to this person and they went through the exact same thing that I've gone through. Like, our breakups were exactly the same, but she didn't go through that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also think it's hard because it's not necessarily talked about as much, like the way that your body reacts. Like, whereas like people can talk about a situation and like the actions of a situation, but like a feeling, like feelings and like
they can talk about the mental element. Like we always talk about, oh, you get a bit depressed after a breakup, you cry and stuff, but the excess stuff, the physical stuff.
Yeah.
I definitely think that you need to like sit down and acknowledge it and hold each unique situation to itself as opposed to comparing it with other people.
also another point I want to make is that just because you had some reaction one time, I don't necessarily think means you're going to have the same reaction the next time. Like the next time, maybe there might be some things that are the same, but your body might react in a different way. So it's also really hard to tell.
Because it's just so unique and complex, but
Yeah, honestly, you just have to be honest about it. And if there's like, I don't think you can have a breakup just purely on your feeling, like your not your emotional, your physical reaction to it. I feel like you have to piece the puzzle together, and you have to like actually stuff that. Actually, like if you're not
yeah, I was
feeling
gonna
good,
say, like, if you're not feeling good, leave.
yeah, but then it's hard to not blame it on something else, being like, oh, it's winter, so I'm getting loads of colds, or oh, I've always got a headache when I'm around him because he's giving me a headache, but like it's not actually, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
that
think,
deep.
yeah, that's when, like, I guess personally for me, that's when therapy came into play, and that's made me, like, be more assertive with whatever I'm going through. So with my second breakup, I knew there was something coming my way. I knew he was going to break up with me because my gut was telling me, like, my instincts were telling me. And I told my therapist, I was like, okay, his behavior has completely changed. My body's reacting some type of way. I've got really bad stomach cramps every time I see him now. What do you think it is? And she's like, I think you know exactly what it is. Can you say it? And I'm like, I think the relationship's over. She's like, yeah, that's what your body's telling you.
I had that with my breakup actually. So when I was going through my breakup, before, like I'm talking like 20 minutes before, I said it. I said it to my friend. I was like, I feel like he's coming to break up with me. I don't know why. And I just said it.
A woman's intuition is so flippin' powerful. We need to like we need to actually listen to ourselves.
But the thing is, that's not the first time I had said it too. So I kind of already had that thought, which is also another thing. Like, if you're even having that thought, then surely something is going to go wrong a
because
bit
you
too.
if you're with the right person, you would never have thoughts like this.
Yeah. Like, I just thought, I don't know, I just had a feeling, and then it happened, and I was like, ah. And also, you know what we should talk about is dreams. Like, having dreams of not necessarily like them breaking up with you or you breaking up with them, but you can have dreams about random weird stuff that's like so vivid. And I think that's like your subconscious obviously telling you, like, trying to tell you something.
I would have really bizarre nightmares where my ex would leave me at the shops and I'd be like, come back, come back, come back. And I'd just like wake up like my back all sweating and I'm like, what the hell? Yeah.
I wonder, I actually would love to know what dreams really mean, because, you know, you always have these things of like what happened. Like, I had a dream, which is like, I've never cheated and I will never cheat. Like, it's just for me, I mean, I can't say that actually, to be fair. You can't say you're never going to do something until you're in a situation. Because like, that is something also that I've learned when I've got older. I don't like cheating at all. And like, for me at this moment in time, I would say I would never do it. But as I've got older, you realize that people
do things a certain way because
they're not necessarily bad people, or they're not doing it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's so much depth to things, and people like make it so black or white all the time. Whereas like, just because you cheat, you're a bad person, it doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person. Mm-hmm. Like, there's so many more things that go into that. Like, maybe not all the time. Like, maybe not if you're like a horny boy that's like, I don't know, like just not a good egg. But I feel like a lot of the time
there's layers to a lot of people's actions. We can't really judge too quick.
Yeah. I feel like with people in general nowadays, they're very like quick to respond to things and quick to be like, rah.
Like, oh, once a cheater, always a cheater. Well, actually, they could go to therapy. They could, you know, fix the root of the issue. Like,
I mean, I feel like a lot of the time that is true when you do cheat, but then also, if they want to change and want to do better, really, you can.
Exactly.
Like, it's a choice. It's 100%.
100%.
And I get, like, there's different situations where, like, it's more difficult to make the right choice, like, under the influence of, like, alcohol and all this sort of stuff. Like, those all cloud people's judgments. So, like, then there's also that layer, too.
It's just a very complex, isn't it?
Yeah. But, yeah, I would have dreams of, like, I don't know, like, someone cheating. Which is wild. Like, and I was like, that's so weird because why would I ever have that dream? Because I would never cheat, and I don't believe he would ever cheat. You know what I mean?
Crazy. Yeah.
But maybe it was just like, maybe because I have such strong feelings on it, it was my like body subconsciously telling me like, you need to get out, or like, it's gonna end.
Yeah, I agree. Humans are such intelligent people. Like, our intuition.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think about when people say about butterflies when you first meet someone and all this sort of thing? What's your feelings on that?
Like an actual butterfly.
No, like you get butterflies in your stomach, like you're like nervous.
Whoa.
Because
I don't know.
Because everybody
Is the
online,
butterflies are you nervous?
yeah, but everybody says like online that that's like a tell of being like bad.
Yeah, it could be. Or
But-
your body's prepping for it to be really chaotic.
Yeah, but I don't know if I agree.
Why?
Because because I didn't go on dates with that many people, or like because I was like nervous around boys. Like I would always get nervous around boys.
It could be that. Like, the first dates, I'd feel like butterflies, but it's literally because I don't know this person. My body's telling me to, like, calm down. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, and also especially if you haven't been on a date in a while and then you go on one and it's the first person since, like you're gonna be a bit like, oh, I hope he likes me. Like, oh, I hope it goes well. I hope it isn't awkward. Like, I feel like then surely that could be the butterflies too.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just nerves and not butterflies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you can make it make sense after if you wanted to, but I'm like, is it? Or is it just like,
Yeah, I just don't think these butterflies exist.
yeah. You've never had butterflies on a date?
Yeah, but it's just like nerves because
Yeah.
it's like I'm meeting a new person for the first time ever.
Yeah.
I don't know this person. It's like my body kind of keeping me guard. Yeah.
It is funny about having like a glow and stuff, isn't it? I always find that so interesting how people kind of can feel it around you. But I feel like I'm quite different now than I was.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
And that's just like, that's obviously because internally I was having different thoughts and like I was trying to figure stuff out.
You carry yourself a lot more differently when you're in a relationship that's not it for you compared to you being single and at peace with your reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so weird though. Like it's weird how you think that you can go through stuff like by yourself and like be figuring it out by yourself and kind of projecting that you're okay, but then people that are really close to you, or a lot of the time they see the cracks. I think that's so interesting without even saying anything.
I agree.
Like that's wild.
Yeah.
Also like the aura that people give off as well, which is useful when you're going into dating later. For example, when you go into dating later, like you want to be open and you want to meet people and you want to be like
Yeah.
nice. You have to learn how to control that, I think.
Control the aura.
Yeah, I want to be able to control my aura.
Fair.
You know, like I want to be able to like make sure that when I go into a room that I'm giving off good vibes all the time.
Yes, I agree.
No matter what I'm going through internally.
I agree. It's like a superpower skill to have.
Yeah, it does feel like a superpower, doesn't
Yeah.
it? It's like force field.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, the way the human body works is so fascinating. And when you add like the layer of relationships, it's even more fascinating.
Yeah, and also like energies. Have you heard about like
Yes.
like, you know, apparently when you go into a room, you're meant to, which I've never done, but I saw this. You're meant to like walk in and pretend you're like talking to each corner of the room and like bringing it in because that will make people gravitate towards you. I sound so psycho, but like
No, that's really fascinating. Yeah.
And I was like, I just remembered that now, and I was like, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
See if I get lots of people flop to me.
Of course. Like, the second you're approachable, people will approach you.
Yeah, this is also like another energy thing. We're going into energies, but I love
Yeah,
it.
it's interesting. It's all linked, though.
Yeah, it's all linked.
Yeah.
Is when you think about someone and then you run into them.
What is that?
Because you know when you're going through a breakup, okay, right? When in the first stages, probably a lot of the time you want to run into them, and you're thinking about them all the time, but then you don't run into them, and then you might like months, years later down the line, you have a thought that day, and you're like, oh, I wonder how he is, and then bang, that night you run into them.
It's crazy how the world works.
Is that not so weird too?
So weird. I was at an event a few weeks ago and I'm like, I just have a feeling my ex is here. I didn't see him, but then like the next day my friend like sent me a screenshot being like, oh babe, he was there. And I'm like, that is crazy.
It just gave me goosebumps.
Right, because I'm like, guys, I just know he's here. Like, I
oh my
feel
God,
it.
I'm getting like goosebumps. That's so weird.
Yeah, interesting.
That's so
right?
weird.
Like,
That's really
your
sent
gut
me.
tells you everything.
But then you could just have times where it doesn't. It's just like you trying to manifest it or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that could be it. That could be it. But sometimes when it gets it right, it gets it so flipping right.
You got to be prepared at all times.
Yep.
Because you know what? When you get literally like ready to karate chop someone, like you want to be looking hard. That is my aim. Whenever I run into
100%. I want to be looking good.
Yeah.
But knowing my luck, I know it'll be when I'm in like my house clothes with like this crumbled up Tesco bag, doing my food run.
Yeah, this is like me whenever I like walk the dog. Just don't look good, right? And then I'm like walking and I see the hottest people and I'm like, why? And then anytime I'm like looking like feeling like good, I don't see anyone. I'm like,
it's like tumbleweed across the road.
But that's a universe for you. Didn't want me to meet them at the time.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be the universe, like, maybe not today.
Or maybe the next time I'm looking rough and somebody hits on me, which wouldn't happen. But if they did, then it would be like the universe saying they'd even love you at your worst.
Oh, see? Isn't the world such a magical place?
I mean, this hasn't happened, but this is what I'm going to go.
How could it not? It could.
It could happen.
Be receptive to it.
And then in our like wedding speech, it could be said like, oh, I saw her and I thought she was still beautiful and I would know, he would know.
That's really sweet. Oh.
Crazy person over here.
No. It's really sweet because it's just nice to have such positive thoughts about it. You got to be open to like nice stuff like that.
Yeah. And if you're going through a breakup and you have a feeling, or if you're not feeling good, and it's not even necessarily you have to have like a massive physical reaction. Like
like your liver doesn't need to shut down or anything.
No. Like, yeah, like some people do have big reactions, but then some people just have like anxiety or you know what I
like
mean?
amplified anxiety or just.
Yeah, what would you do? I say talk to someone and talk to a good friend as well and be like, this is what's happening. Even just to like get a bit of it off your chest.
I agree. But the main thing that we've been saying is to be honest with yourself. Sometimes the answer is really painfully obvious, as much as you want to deny it. If it's not right for you, it's just not right for you. And you don't want to jeopardize your health.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard though.
It's really, really hard and it's super complex and there's so much thoughts you gotta like think about. But ultimately you gotta put yourself first, your health first, your well-being first. You're not a bad person for doing that.
Yeah, and also if you do end up breaking up, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the end either. You could even, I mean, I don't necessarily condone going on a break, but like, I mean, it's for some people it works.
Yeah, some people it works. I've seen it. I've seen it
too with like friends of friends, and like they broke up for like a while. They broke up for like I think like a year or something because they were together a long time, and it just like for some reason wasn't working anymore. They broke up, and then they've got back together and now they're married.
See?
Like, and they're like the happiest they could have ever been because they both like it wasn't working.
Because they both took time apart to sort themselves out, which I think is the best thing you can do.
Yeah. So it doesn't necessarily always mean like
it's the end or it's over.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not trying to sell you like false hopes or anything. You got to be honest and realistic with what's happening to your situation.
Yeah.
But we've heard of stories.
Yeah. And if you get back together, you get back together. If you don't, you don't, you know? You got to make the decision for you right now, the present. Because that's another thing. Like people always hold on to relationships because of the future, like the potential.
What if?
Yeah.
And am I giving up too quickly?
Yeah, and the like potential of like, yeah, but there's so many qualities. Whereas like you actually have to be present with yourself at the moment.
I agree.
So that's how we're going to end because you need to just be honest.
Yeah, be honest with yourself, acknowledge everything. You got this.
You'll be okay.
Yeah.